Okay, so getting started, let's go ahead and take a look at the defending composition. We've got Tavik on Genji. I have seen him playing a lot of Junkrat on defense on King's Row, but it looks like Genji coming back into favor a little bit. Mendo on Zenyatta is something that I have not seen in a long time, maybe ever, as he is very normally the attack damage, usually Widowmaker actually these days, as AKM has proven to be a very, very powerful McCree. I haven't actually seen AKM play a whole lot of other characters, but I guess if Mendo's more flexible, he can be the Zen here. On the attacking
nice
side,
location for the spray paint, by the way, for Tavik, where he was standing just now. He went all the way up to the top of the building to do that. Very classy. And, yep, Ruster now on the attacking team. He's going for his Reinhardt like we did on the previous map. And they've got just the single Pharah in Choi. I thought I saw a soldier, but I could be mistaken there. It doesn't look like it. An outsider is trying to bust through on Zarya. So this is maybe a little bit of a slightly different composition to what we would normally see here.
Okay, so Pharah already just dunking down onto the defenders here. Ruster scores the first kill on Unko, which is very good for the attacking team sooner or later because it means that there will not be a defensive teleporter anytime soon. So this is actually a nice window for them. They've lost Symmetra's DPS. Some of those shields are going to be down. Oh, 4-man Earth Shatter.
Oh,
holy
wow.
crap. So Outsider, Ruster nailing an enormous Earth Shatter does allow the offense to actually push in easily here.
That was amazing. I was actually on, I don't know where you were at, Joshy, but I was on
Just
Outsider's vision that whole time. And it was so well coordinated, but hang on, I'll talk about that in a second because Transcendence is coming down from Mendo, and we actually have a huge retake. I honestly don't think that sooner or later we're expecting that. I think they thought, wow, we've actually got onto this point. This is great. We're going to get the payload. We're going to have some fun here. Another fantastic Graviton Surge, and Choi does so much damage, though. It looks like they might be able to go ahead and grab the point anyway. An interesting move, I have to say, from MyDong to basically do their darndest to get back there straight away and try and retake that first point. What did you think of that, Joshy?
That was just a really, really awesome push, and that is something that that is the coordination that I was talking about previously, where it's like you need the CC ultimates to set things up, you need the Mercy Res in case things go badly, and you need your DPS to be ready for everything. So during the Earth Shatter ultimate, you asked where I was actually following Choi, who was the Pharah player up above, and I saw him come around the corner, perfect time to see 4 people laying flat on their backs. And the second time, the Graviton Surge, it looked like everybody was ready for that. I saw Reinhardt charge right through them, trying to do the pin. Pharah was already dunking rockets in there. Everything was going their way, and they easily took that first point.
Outsider was so good during that Earth Shatter as well, by the way. He actually got into position with full charge on Zarya's weapon and used the particle cannon very, very quickly on everyone as soon as Earth Shatter went down. So he got 2 kills as well and joined in the fun with Choi in terms of getting the damage done. So that was really, really well played too from Zarya there. But now it actually looks like they're being stopped in their tracks. It's very clear that MyDong are playing a strategy that involves them pushing as far out as possible. They're giving absolutely no space whatsoever to sooner or later. And here we go. Lucio ultimate coming straight in to Vik, getting an awful lot of health there. So any sort of concentrated fire on it wasn't going to do anything at all. Ruster's still on the payload, trying to push as much as he can, but Webpass and Mendo both behind him, and he's going to get isolated. And that is basically a team-wide MyDong retake control of this point.
Yep, MyDong doing a great job as we expected. King's Row is a map that everyone has lots and lots of experience on. It's very hard to pull out some surprising cheese strategy or anything like that here, so everyone well acquainted with the map means that you're going to get a higher caliber match, and the fact that they were able to take A on the backs of basically 3 different ultimates means that sooner or later it needs to basically just continue dishing out damage, continue building those ultimates, and look for that opportunity. Wow, R-Tier with the High Noon actually took out the guy that I was watching, Mendo on Reaper, very, very quickly.
Yeah, that was very, very big there, managing to take out 3 players at once. Outsider now with Zarya shields, able to try and get a little bit of charge up, but unfortunately is going to go down to 2 wins as well. And that does mean that we are a little bit back on target, I guess, as far as sooner or later are concerned. They managed to wipe a couple of people, so I don't think the rest of MyDong wants to be playing a 3v6 battle. They are finally going to relent and allow sooner or later to progress to the second last point here on King's Row. As MyDong set up for what could be the final defense here. They've got 5 minutes and 42 seconds to complete the map. Are MyDong going to be able to stop them?
Yeah, it looks very similar to what we saw in Gibraltar already, where SoonerOrLater was able to push and still had 6.5 minutes left to take the last point. They managed to do so with only 45 seconds left in that first map. So we know that MyDong is a very, very capable defensive team. It looks like we do have a Deadeye coming out from AKM, looking for targets. Nothing really good for him right now. I'm going to switch onto Mendo's POV once again on that Widowmaker. Good shot onto Zarya to lead things off.
And another high noon coming down now, trying to find a couple of points, and Mendo picking off Artia. So very nicely done there. It's still very, very quiet at the moment, I have to say. There's just, oh, hang on, Choi coming in from behind on Artia now, trying to wreak havoc while the rest of the team push. That is an excellent Earth Shatter. The Graviton search as a result, not pulling anyone in because they were already on the ground to begin with, but the ult brings AKM and Wins back. Wins going off the edge of the map, though, whoopsie daisy, but it's going to be okay because the rest of the team are there to kill off Evoke and Ruster, and as a result, we have the defending team one more time gaining control of the payload.
I just watched Mendo get about 4 eliminations without being touched as the Widowmaker above the payload there. That kill on McCree started things off while he was in his Deadeye ult, and then he happened to kill Mercy, Lucio, Reinhardt, all one after another right after that. So they kind of fell like dominoes. Mendo doing a good job prioritizing those tanks, basically tanks without barriers. He's shooting first, then going for those healers.
That was so sick. That might end up being play of the game right there. Web pass and was it Web pass and Tavik just combining so well there. Earth Shatter. Everyone's looking around for what the follow-up's going to be, and then Barrage out of nowhere. And between them, they take out 4 players faster than you can say their names. That was really, really, really well played. And as a result, a second team wipe in as many minutes now for SoonerOrLater. They still got 3.5 minutes, though, and they just need to collect some ults and potentially go for a second push.
All right, we got another high noon Deadeye ult being canceled there. This time Wins actually stops Choi in his tracks. It looks like everyone on defense is basically in good shape here. Mercy keeping everybody healed up. They did have a couple of trades, but the offense cannot continue pushing forward. They're going to just trickle out, basically. They need to, again, reform, look for those ultimates to combine. RT are the only person with an ultimate available right now. They don't have any flankers right now. They only have their tanks and their 2 McCrees, so their offensive power might be limited by that, especially with Mendo, again, rarely getting attacked. Finally, he does actually have a Winston leap up at him, but it's just a simple grapple away to keep him standing. You can hear Deadeyes still just going off every once in a while as the offense continues to push forward. They do have control of the payload now. It took a few kills on the defense to get it done, but now Unko and TV both falling. Looks like the res did not pick everyone up. AKM actually getting some damage in, though, as that McCree. He's doing a good job just keeping that medium range so that the tanks cannot hit him, and he can continue just fan the hammer and killing off Reinhardt, for example, and now going all the way up to that Lucio as the defense has regained control here.
I'm not sure about Outsider coming back in, because basically Vainless died as Mercy with an ultimate available as the rest of the team had to fall back. So Outsider has to be a little careful that he doesn't overextend here. He's moving up to try and get in Mendo's face, but Mendo does manage to pick him up with the machine gun mode on that sniper. And once again, Mendo's finally getting taken down by Choi, but now it's a massive brawl over on the final point. Artia getting res, moving on behind to try and get a bit of a fan on Web Pass, won't successfully do it, and actually gets taken out by AKM alongside Evoke. Those are some pretty key kills, and once again, we have a situation where they have to fall back, Josh.
Yep. Basically, MyDong just taking each wave as it comes. I actually did realize that my mic was at half volume for some reason. I'm going to blame Skype, as usual, for tooling around with volume settings. But everything should be fine now. Lucio charging forward now with the sound barrier. AKM with the defensive Deadeye does actually get a couple of kills as well. RT are the only person left with an ult on the offensive team is going to fall as well. Suddenly, there's only 80 seconds left. Gibraltar, SoonerOrLater, was able to crash through here, but this is kind of their last chance as a full team all together here to get something done.
All right, well, they haven't done it sooner, Joshy, so Later's basically the only option right now. This is going to be the last push. We have an immediate ult from Archie. He's actually jumping up to the side to try and get a couple of hits off. He manages to pick up Web Pass, but that's about it. Who also kills him in return. So not exactly the best trade there, unfortunately, because the attacking team does take longer. Outsider almost going off the edge there, but he actually pushes Wins off the edge, and it's Lucio that goes for a dive. Whoopsie daisy.
Alright, watching Outsider now on that Winston Rage ult, trying to just knock people away. Probably doesn't want to dive in any further. Yeah, he's going to back off now to his team, get that Mercy heal right back up. They have 30 seconds left. What kind of ults are we looking at? Nothing for the offensive team, but we do have a Mercy Res and a Barrage available for the defense. There's a Barrage right in the tube system there, but Outsider putting up his Winston shield very quickly does deal with TV.
That's it. Joshy, I'm going to call it that's it because Vainless died with 90% on the Mercy Res. We have a defensive Mercy Res available, offensive Mercy Res at 90%, but unfortunately Mercy going down before the start of the engagement. I cannot see SoonerOrLater coming back from this at all.
Evoke is on the payload now. He did trigger that poison mine, unfortunately, and ran straight into AKM. He is going to contest just for a few moments. Outsider does have a chance to leap onto the payload, but no, he is going to get flash and fanned as well. And SoonerOrLater, despite having 5.5 minutes to push this last point, failed to do so here on a King's Row attack. So this is an opportunity for MyDong to attack successfully and try to take this series 2-0.
And Artia once again getting the play of the game as McCree. Nice, hiding behind the mask to stay inconspicuous and then wearing bright yellow is perhaps not the best combination I've seen in the world, but it seems to be working rather well for him. Ooh, a nice flash and fan to follow up. I did not expect 3 more kills at the end of that play of the game. That was sick from Artia.
Yeah, Artia knows what he's doing. He was, again, one of those players from Phase 1 that had some moderate success on a less successful team where eventually these players find their homes on much better situations. Hopefully
where did I see Artia before today?
Possibly Eccentric.
Where was he? Flat Earth.
Flat Earth?
Wait, no. Because he was Flat Earth, then Creation Esports.
Ah.
But isn't Artia currently on Creation Esports? Does that make him a ringer here? Or I don't know, man. He was on Flat Earth at one point, though. I do remember that. But oh wow, we're now in a situation, guys, where if MyDong is able to complete the map, then they basically win this best of 3.
Yeah,
oh, and
actually,
I'm really not liking the spectate hitbox stuff because I really liked the ability to just go up above everything and then just have like a top-down view of the map and zoom into wherever I want to before the start of a game. I can't even do that here now. I thought it was just the edges, but it's on top as well. That makes me sad, Panda.
They boxed you in.
They boxed me in, my freedom.
Let players play. Just
so soon after I discover the shift key in Overwatch.
Oh, right.
This is too soon, Blizzard.
Speed through.
Oh, there were some games where on Gibraltar I didn't know about the shift key. So I was going out, checking out the ships and going, oh crap, there's 45 seconds left. I need to get back, and only barely making it back in time. It was rather comical.
All right, so rosters right now. Defense, we do have a Symmetra in play once again. Oh, let me make sure my overlay is correct here before I get started.
Bastion.
There's a Bastion on offense, which could stay, but maybe not.
Please, Mendo, one time. Everyone in chat's like, do it! Do it!
So again, yeah, if you didn't catch that, R-Tier is actually subbing in from Creation Esports. The roster on Ghosted Gamers has a player named Toxiken that I do not see actually playing. So we'll see in the future. I'm sure that player return, but right now, so far the attackers haven't even left their spawn yet. They've been trying to do some boosted Bastion funny business. I guess that's what we were trying to see. Rather than the all Hanzo out the top scatter arrows, it was a boosted Bastion out the top that didn't actually get anything done.
Oh no, Artia is behind on Genji.
Yeah.
No one's noticed he's there yet. He's going after Umko now as well. This could be huge, but what an excellent save. Flash and fan there from Tavik. That could have been 3 or 4 kills. Very sneaky stuff from us.
I guess McCree's damage output really is just the trump card here against everything. Like, Fan the Hammer by itself, if every bullet connects, is 420 damage. That will flatten most of the cast and kill tanks very quickly. So, really it's just a matter of sheer damage output. The fact that he's still strong at medium to long range as well against tough targets like Pharahs, even Widowmakers, sometimes you can win that duel. I think that's the reason we're seeing McCree so much, and it is paying off here for the attacking team. AKM and Tavik both getting a lot of kills in this first push. Not even a lot of ultimates needed to take over point A.
Roster has gone down, by the way, so initially there was still an awful lot of the fight going on, but Ruster going down first on Reinhardt, and he had no shields available because they were down to basically 200 as well, so he had to sort of use them sparingly, and there was no time to recharge. Gave these guys the breathing space they need for MyDong to go ahead and grab the payload. I have to say, a little bit easier than SoonerOrLater made out to be. Tavik being very sneaky, moving back behind once again, and he happens to have Deadeye available as well. This could end up being disgusting. Go Tavik, go Tavik.
Well, thank you for the tip. I'm going to switch my POV over to Tavik. There he does. Oh, he brings it out in time for the combo. The Earth Shatter into Deadeye does score 3 kills just for him. They're all right back up, though, as Mercy flew back in. There's a barrage now. Sorry, a Graviton Surge from the attacking team. No barrage. There was a Deadeye on defense, though, actually. Choi managed to scoop a kill there. And now offensive res brings everyone back in for MyDong. They are going to continue to push even throughout that entire fight. The payload basically kept moving the entire time. So Choi and Ruster now going to try and become this front line that SoonerOrLater needs, but they're actually both going to go down, and that's actually going to cost them even more.
That was absolutely savage, despite the defensive coordination with that extra Deadeye after that first push. MyDong just won't give up and will keep pushing in. Absolutely fantastic stuff coming from the attacking team. Another Graviton Surge going down, and it doesn't look like anything's going to come of it, unfortunately. Outsider trying to set up something for defense, but not able to prevent MyDong from coming into the tunnel.
Okay, so MyDong actually with 7 minutes left. I did see that giggle on the Skype call. 7 minutes left to take this last point, and they've got 2 Deadeyes actually up right now, and neither of them are actually going to do much. Tavik does actually find the kill on Outsider, but the rest of defense is actually just hanging way back, allowing them to push this entire corner. Now it's trying to get the free shots. Artier with the Deadeye from behind Ruster's Reinhardt shield. Looked like it could have been effective. There's the offensive Sound Barrier and Graviton Surge and an Earth Shatter actually all coming out, and they are just basically going to explode. Veinless comes in and brings everyone back up. There's the Sound Barrier, but unfortunately Unko had already fallen, or actually, excuse me, Veinless had already fallen as that defensive Mercy. Now the attacker's still standing. Artier, the last one to fall. There's a Deadeye to prevent anyone else from coming in, and that is going to be a 2-0 for MyDong, who will now move on to face Reunited in a best-of-7 match.
Well done to these guys. Are we going to see another Artier play of the game?
Maybe.
No, we've got Mendo. That's a pretty cool skin for Zarya as well. I'm liking that. Let's go ahead and see what happened here. Ooh, starting off actually with the melee attack. And doing a very... The Graviton Surge actually wasn't the highlight of that. He did so much damage outside of it while keeping the rest of the team occupied. That was really nice.